Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? You're showing up every day, you've built amazing things over the course of your life, and for some reason, you feel stuck. Sometimes that's even hard to articulate, but you're just stuck. Here, hello, my name is Dr. Maria Martinez. This is the Inner Authority Project, and here we talk about all things reinvention, identity, and inner authority for women over 50. Number one, you built a life for a version of you that no longer exists. So, what does that even mean? Over the course of life, we make choices, right? We make decisions. And those decisions are aligned with where we are at that point in life, where the hats that we wore during that part of our lives, the situation and the dynamics that were normal and adjust to the way that life was for us at that period of time. But guess what? Over time, we evolve. And all of a sudden, we evolved a little bit more rapidly, and life remained the same. So, that first hidden truth or pattern is that we can determine that we have over or outgrown, I should say, life because it was built for the way that we used to be. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. If it does, please write a comment on the comment section on the chat. Your brain is trying to protect the familiarity that is used to and not this new alignment. Now, what does that mean? As you know, or probably know, your brain is wired, is created to protect you, to keep you safe. And what it does is that anytime that it senses change, it perceives it as danger. So, in order to keep you safe, it says no to change. That's why, again, we have to think about okay, my brain is wired for efficiency, and what it's doing right now is protecting me. That's why that resistance to change or to even feeling I need to change might be a little hard. Again, even articulating it might be difficult because it's just a feeling and it's not something that we can come out right and say. So, again, it's possible that because our brain is protecting us, we're staying in that same pattern of that life that served us very well or well enough that brought us here. And now we are realizing wait a minute, now what? There has to be more to life than this, right? Here's the third one, you're waiting for clarity instead of creating it. And that, my friends, I think is like a mic drop moment. What do I mean by that? So often we wait until we get clarity to start doing something. For me, I wanted the whole detail. I wanted to know everything, how I was going to do everything and how things were going to materialize and what was I going to be able to achieve at the end. And one day I realized that it is with action that we get clarity, not the other way around. Does that make sense? It is with action, with daily commitment and intention that little by little we start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not something that will necessarily be clear right from the start, but as soon as you take a step, even when you don't feel like you have what it takes, you can then say, aha, now I see what's in the horizon. All right. So, pattern or truth number three, you're waiting for clarity instead of creating it. So, pattern number four, you've outgrown your life, yet you're honoring those old expectations. Ouch. That one was hard, right? Because again, through life, we learn to be someone's wife or spouse or partner, somebody's mom, somebody's grandmother, certain role at certain organization, right? We build our identity around those labels, around those names or those responsibilities. And guess what? With those responsibilities come expectations. So we are very often looking forward to changing, but yet we're afraid of the repercussions of change because we're afraid of letting somebody down. Or we might be afraid of not being able to fulfill those expectations anymore, which again resembles one of the things that we've talked about in other videos, which is we are not choosing ourselves, right? That's part of this whole midlife situation where we now realize we may not have been choosing ourselves. We may not have been speaking up. And this is just that excellent live stage that allows us to be more assertive about that. So, feeling stuck is not wrong. And those four patterns will confirm that things that happen in life, they're normal when you get to middle age. So, ask yourselves, that's the best way to move forward from here. Are these patterns existing for me right now? Am I building a life that worked for me way back when, but now I can tell that's no longer the case? Or is it possible that my brain is protecting me and that's why I've been so afraid of making a change? Or I'm not taking any steps, any action because I want clarity first, right? That was number three. Or I know that there are expectations and I'm a little afraid of letting people down. I'm a little bit afraid of not fulfilling or making true to those expectations as they used to be. And those hidden truths might be contributing to this whole situation where I want to invite you to take one step forward. And that might be that you download my Pause to Power guide that you can access down there in the comments. You can also visit my website for a jumpstart guide that will give you everything that you need to get started right away. You can also comment and like on this video and let me know what you think, because on this journey, we're going to continue to peel the layers of the onion so that we can find that clarity and that conviction and that confidence to move forward and to create the next phase of our lives. So if this resonated with you again, I look forward to seeing you on a video very soon. Please like, comment, and yeah, and download my guide. I look forward to seeing you